Follow Hotsports on social media. We are at Hotsports NG on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
PG, football is like a passion and tradition for you.
Yes.
Something you have carried over the years,
Yeah.
coming down to this period.
Yes.
We don't want to shy away from what is happening in-house
Yes.
in the Football Supporters Club, which
Yeah.
is quite crucial
Yeah.
to the progress of football, particularly from the perspective of the Super Eagles at this very crucial period where we are striving to pick the only group ticket to the World Cup. How has the crisis been handled so far? Because you are like a father figure to this association for, I can count, over 20 years that have known you.
Yes. It's quite very unfortunate that somebody who hasn't gotten the ability and capabilities who want to hijack the running of the Supporters Club. It is not possible. The Supporters Club was registered by the CAC, and I'm the chairman board of trustees. And you know what the law says when it comes to trusteeships. So, but somebody who did not collect a form, a nomination form for an election, how would such a person go out and start addressing himself as the chairman of the Supporters Club? The Supporters Club has been there for 62 years. We got registered 27 years ago. I registered it. And if that registration was done, we have a constitution. We have rules and regulations. And if anybody who wants to be part of us must follow those rules and regulations. If you are not ready to follow those rules and regulations, it means you don't want to work with the collectives. And if you don't want to work with the collectives, you have a free right. You can go. But not for you to start using that same name that we registered, that has done Nigeria proud several years. You know we are the best in the world. Where were they when we were doing all these things? All the guys that are talking, where were they? In the 80s, in the 70s, in the 90s, where were they? When we were sleeping on the floor, when we were trekking to football matches, when we would have been beaten up by the hostile crowd over there, and we tried to bring the Supporters Club from the gutters to become a role model around the world. I've been to England to lecture the English fans how to support their teams without being violent. I've been to France, I've been to America, I've been to all the countries of the world. And I have been the one that has launched the Supporters Club in all the countries where it exists today. And for somebody who wants to be a leader, why don't you follow suit? Why don't you emulate people? Why is it? What's the reason for you to want to hijack and drive those people who have been there for several years, even before you were born? It's very unfortunate, but for us, we are matured enough. We are not going to drag anything. For us, this matter is inconsequential. We don't want to be discussing it any longer. If he chooses to go and register his own group, good enough. But if he believes he can still work with the group, let him show remorse. Let him retrace his steps.
Follow Hotsports on social media. We are at Hotsports NG on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.